This video is about scheduling in the schedule planner of VICO without actually using a model. Normal regular scheduling. Now normally you would find it here, or if you can't find it, you can write SC8 here, and hopefully it will turn up on your computer. And this is what it looks like. And when it opens up, you have a regular interface here with some icons down the side here and a whole lot of tools up here, and create an empty project and give it a name. After I give it a name, I'll also give it a start date, and I'm going to go for, let's say, 7th of April, and I'm going to put the number of hours in here per day, and also the monetary unit. Click OK, and I have a flow. I open up in the flowchart here, as you can see here. I'm in the flowchart. I can also go into the Gantt, and I can plan in the Gantt. Notice my start date is here. These are, if I click on here, these are week numbers, but if I click on here, I can have the days as a date, or again, I can use a day of week and click OK to that. So now we have here a flowchart that looks like this. This is the level 1, the whole project. I need to put in some other levels of the project. In other words, I'm going to insert a location here, and I'm going to call it floor levels. And let's put in 4 different floor levels. Click OK to that. And I have four different levels here, floor levels, and you can see it says there floor levels. I can now click here and I can rename these levels. I'm going to call this the foundation floor level, or foundations. Click OK to that, and in a similar way I will rename all the other different levels too. There we go. Now we have renamed them. Another thing to note here is that if you are missing some toolbars here, you can go into View and go into Toolbars, and you can open up the toolbars by putting a tick in the respective columns, or respective column here, against whatever toolbar you want open. We're working with the Flowline toolbar right now, so that is also open. And if I want to change the date, if I click on here, I can change both the date, the start date, and also the actual the name of the project and other important characteristics. Click OK to that again, and now I'm ready to schedule or to plan. And it's important when I'm planning to be in the planning mode in the first place. If I click on here, you can see I'm in the planning mode. This would be like in MS Project, where you are in the control mode, where you set a baseline, as it were, and start to follow up. But right now we're doing planning, and the first thing when we're doing planning is to draw the task using this pencil. And staying in this area here, I can do the foundations. Let's say I'm going to start the foundations here on sometime on Monday, and I'm going to use a couple of days, 3 or 4 days for that. And here I can see those numbers of days. And then the next thing after I've done the foundations here is to cast a slab, and I'll put that in there. There is no connection between these two right now. There's no link between them, and I can see that when I change my view to the network diagram. You can see the activities are here with their names, temporary names, but there's no link between them. And after I've done this, I can start to name them now. I'll just double click on this, and I can give it a name. I'll call these casting foundations. And in a similar way, I can name the other tasks. So I've named those two. If I click on them, I can also see where they're happening, the location. And the precision here is I can choose between floor level, the precision of the actual location, or the project. This is the level 1, the project. So right now it's at floor level. I'm going to just keep it at that level at the moment. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the rest of it, because from the ground floor, when the slabs are cast, then the next step would be to cast or to establish some wall elements, and this could be concrete prefabricated wall elements that happen on the first floor, the second floor, and the third floor as a continuous process. So to do that, I just go in and I'm going to draw up a line that goes within the three different levels there, and click there. And then after that, I'm going to have, after these are done, I'm going to put the roof on. So let's say I'm going to start the roof here, and on the second floor. The roof is on the second floor level. And then when the roof is done, I want to do some brickwork. So I'm going to face the bricks like that. And after that is done, I am going to mount some windows on all the three levels. And I'm just going to name these. Whilst naming, you can see that the mounting of the prefab wall elements, which was previously called Fast 3, happens on the ground floor, first floor, second floor. Ground floor, first floor, second floor. Click OK, and you can see they are named. And the mounting of the element roof here is happening on the second floor, as you can see here, according to the location precision. Click OK to that, and that's in place. The brick cladding of the outer wall happens on all the three levels, from ground all the way to the second. And the windows are also mounted through the three levels, as you can see there. So once this is done, we have actually done the planning. We can look at it in the Gantt chart too. Here it is. And going back to the flow chart, the flow chart just indicates location-based planning. This is the location, and this is the planning. It starts here and finishes here. But we haven't actually linked them together yet. They don't have any dependencies. So I'm going to right-click here and recalculate this, and I'm going to do some linking here. You can do it either in the Gantt. You can link by dragging and dropping, or you can do it in the network view by simply pulling this over and saying, okay, cast foundations first, then do terrain slab. When the terrain slabs are done, then you can mount the windows. Oh, sorry, you can do the prefabricated elements. When the elements are done, then the roof can be mounted. And when the roof is mounted, you can start to clad the brickwork. And when the brickwork is done, you can do the windows. And if you right click here, you can recalculate. So you have the whole process. And if I click on here, I can see the process here in the Gantt. And if I click on here, I can see the process here now in the flow. And you can see the dependency here. When this is finished, this will be done. And by clicking on here, you can see the actual dependencies of the different items in the project. I could actually have linked the different activities by pulling them across like this. You can see the chain symbol. But now I can see my activities are linked together in a sequence. So the next thing to do would be to go into the control mode, like to follow up the different activities. I just want to close this down a little here. And if I click on here, this would open up the mode where I can follow my project up. And this ends this video.